16 months ago, a jabroni named Zach Too Easy released a video where he ranked all the Black Ops 1 maps based on high round enjoyability. And when I say that list was absolutely horrendous, believe me, it was like I was actually there. But in all seriousness, I'm going to be remaking the video and including their past rankings, and no Dead Ops Arcade is allowed on this video. Don't make me say that again. Starting things off at number 10, I have the map Nacht. The fact that I had this map any higher than last place is absolutely unacceptable, and I deserve to get clowned on as hard as I did. Like, what kind of sick individual at Treyarch thought it was a good idea to only update the World at War version by adding more zombies, removing the flamethrower, and replacing it with the thunder gun? And that's literally it. Like, what the fuck? Thank you for adding Mule Kick on the map later on in the game cycle. It really made that much of a difference. At the number 9 spot, we have Shino Numa. This map is very interesting since it's the first time the Wunderwaffe is being introduced on the list. All weapons on Black Ops 1 have the chance of blanking due to a coding mechanic that I won't get into here. But getting a blank shot from the Wunderwaffe is almost a guaranteed death sentence, followed by many minutes of built rage and frustration. For a map that has a lot of traps, including the one-of-a-kind Flogger, it is ridiculously slow even for BO1 standards. Just like Noctur and Toten, spawn control is non-existent on this map, and these zombies are called ninja zombies for their very weird yet effective hit animation. It's almost like getting bear hugged by all your family members at once. No pack-a-punch once again, so you're limited to 18 safety shots once ammo starts to become an issue in the 70s onward. You do have dog rounds to replenish your ammo every 4 to 5 rounds, but it's a real shame that the best version of this map is more than likely on Vanguard. Also, fuck you Treyarch for the random perk spawns once again. This is gonna get a lot of hate, but coming in at the number 8 spot, we have Call of the Dead. We were just judging the map up to round 50 only. You can make a case that this is the most fun, enjoyable, and easiest round 50 on the game. However, once your scavenger, ray gun, and dolls do little to no damage towards the zombies, it takes a massive turn for the worst. You do have the Wunderwaffle one completing the Easter egg and killing George, but just like the case of Shino Numa, the Waff can't get pack-a-punch and only can kill up to 180 zombies per usage. Just to really put this in perspective, on round 80 alone for a solo player, you have up to 600 zombies to kill, with their health being around 821,000. Regular weapons including the ray gun proved to be useless, no electric traps on the map, and the VR-11 only being able to kill one zombie at a time. You are left with the Wunderwaffle. You can only receive this weapon once every other round and would need about 3.3 of them to kill the entire round, which leads into the main reason this is at number 8. The new high round strat called Bleed Out strat, which Prompt used for his 105 game, is arguably the most boring strat of all time. Turning your back to the zombies in the cave, constantly rebuilding the barrier, and making sure the zombies coming out of the cave ceiling don't down you sounds less enjoyable than your house being infested by fire ants. For casual play, I can see this ranking being way too low, but only factoring 3 hours of a 70-hour reset would be immature on my end. At the number 7 spot, we have the map Verrucht. I completely undersold how good this map was in the last version of this video. Here's the time card where you can watch that previous one. A lot of diabolical takes in there, but the main takeaway was my lack of skill. Does it blow chunks that the Winter's Howl was on the map? 1,000,000%, but the high round strat is rather enjoyable with enough reps and practice to your craft. Still no pack-a-punch, and if you haven't started to see a theme here yet, go see the eye doctor pronto. After careful consideration, I had to tuck my tail between my own legs and admit that I was wrong. Crazy to think that human beings can be wrong. This is the perfect game for the casual players if you have an hour before bedtime, since no one can get to round 50, and it was a nice stressful way to end the day. At the number 6 spot, I think I just heard Mr. T faint, we have Kino der Toten. As stated in many other videos and live streams, this is one of the most overrated maps of all time, mainly due to the stage strategy. Arguably one of the most famous strats for Call of Duty high rounding, but it has its drawbacks. For starters, this strategy requires you to run Nova Crawlers, which are a lot slower version of the standard zombies. Kino introduced the Thunder Gun for the first time, and it still holds up to this day. You might be wondering why I have Kino ranked so low if it's known by the majority of the community that stage strat is boring, but this mainly has to do with the high round strat as well. Trade strategy hasn't been implemented for a world record game yet, so we are left with the dreaded fire trap strat, where the player is practically invincible as he stands on a specific part of the trap while zombies run through the flames. It's a good map to kill a couple of hours of time, however, it can't even rank inside the top 5 of Black Ops 1 maps. Coming in at number 5, we have Ascension. Same thing as Kino der Toten, where it has a very famous high round strat called PhD Lander. This is where the player would wait an astronomical amount of time, hoarding up the zombies and eliminating them with the Thunder Gun. This map also introduced Gersh devices, where if you threw one of these 3 tacticals, it would eliminate the entire horde of zombies unless it has that infamous blank. It was also a rather annoying function to deal with the monkeys, instead of the standard zombie dogs. However, it provides a little bit of RNG to the game. In terms of replayability or high rounding, it gets rather repetitive since you are constantly trading the thunder gun out for a new one, but the M16 Insta-Strat is enjoyable on 163+. Definition of mid, and that's why it lands at the number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4, we have the map Shangri-La. Previously ranked slightly lower since once again I'm a big baby, and I promise you that wasn't planned. The baby gun has to be one of the more fun and enjoyable wonder weapons in Black Ops 1. It technically does 0 damage to the zombies as it turns them from normal to babies with the simple pull of the trigger. One of the key aspects of high running this map revolves around the perk PhD Flopper. Ray gun and Sallies are massive for the early game for high rounders. In terms of casual play, it's 100% a challenge since there are no dog rounds and the areas to train are very tiny. However, thankfully the baby gun has a lot of ammo for the unpapped and pack-a-punched version. You are able to run more than 4 perks thanks to the chimps or whatever those stupid little fart bags are if you time your shot when they are cycling through all of the drops. Very good map, but Black Ops 1 has a lot of good maps. At the number 3 spot, holding strong, we have the map Doris. This is truly the best map on World at War, and it's not even close. Deciding to remaster it on Black Ops 1 was a true gift, and fixing the waft bug was well needed. In World at War Doris, if you hit yourself with the waft, the player's health regeneration will be bugged for the remainder of the game, meaning even with the perk Juggernaut, player could get down to 1 hit from the zombies. This map has a lot going for it, starting with the 1 window strat. If you camp in this room here with the door leading to teleporter B closed, all of the zombies would come only out of this 1 window, practically being AFK while progressing the rounds. From camping Thompson room, using the ray gun to eliminate mid-round dogs, to eventually running double or triple trap strat, this map has so much variety, and if you haven't tried to go for around 100 game, you're really missing out on an 8-hour grind. Taking a massive jump from the previous video, we have the map 5 coming at the number 2 spot. The aesthetic of actually playing in the Pentagon is really before its time. Having JFK as one of the playable characters is probably most known from the majority of the community, and even the insta strategy is insane since you have to rely on a pump action shotgun for the fastest time. Shout out to the stakeout. Trap strategy upstairs in the spawn room is actually a lot easier than what most people would think, since in Black Ops 1 you were able to stunt zombies and really stack them together. Whether it's 5.2.0 or 5.3.0, the upgraded crossbow and stunting zombies make it at least feasible for around 100 on the map. It also has doc rounds, which is more or less like zombie dog rounds but with a twist. If you are able to eliminate the doctor before he takes one of your weapons, you'll receive a bonfire sale and be able to pack a punch your weapons for 1,000 points instead of the normal 5,000, alongside getting the much needed max ammo for the crossbow. Only massive flaw about this map has to be setting the windows for the best strategy. Not only do you have a 1 in 15 chance of setting the correct windows, but you also have to take an account of certain elevator calls. Certain elevator calls would trigger the 1 in 15 chance again, so if you have the window set but accidentally hit the wrong teleporter, your setup might end up at the bottom of the ocean like the Titanic. And yes, at number 1 for the second consecutive video, we have the map Moon. Outside of the fact for this map literally being outside of this world, but there is quite literally too many options of playing this map. For casuals, you can hang out by the mule kick or biodome and easily eliminate zombies. For more of a challenge, you could try the 1 window strat like the high rounders, or see how many kills you can get in Area 51. To really optimize your game, you could trap the astronaut in one of the tunnels or attempt to eliminate him with QEDs in order to get more zombie kills per horde. Also, by using the hacker, you can give yourself an extra 4 max ammos per round by changing all of your drops in the cycle, and you can actually earn up to 8 if you travel back to Area 51 once claiming your first 4 drops. The insta strat is really fun with the upgraded M16. You don't have to worry about blowing your brains out with the handy perk PhD Flopper. I could just go on and on how this map is clearly the best, but I'll leave you with this. The Easter egg is at least top 3 Easter eggs ever, with the Simon Says step and destroying the planet. Enough said. To recap, I have Nocturne Toten at 10, Shino Numa at 9, Call of the Dead at 8, Verrucht at 7, Kino der Toten at the number 6 spot, Ascension at 5, Shangri-La at 4, Doris at 3, 5 coming in at number 2, and Moon is the number 1 map on Black Ops 1. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below your thoughts. Did I ace the list, or is there another devastating mistake in this video? I respond to every single comment. Make sure to subscribe since it's 100% free. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. But other than that, I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.